Eric has a two-parter. It's a bit of a sensitive question. I hope you're comfortable with answering. The first one is, what are your thoughts on Bill Watts? And considering the trouble you got in being caught with your in-ring enemy, Iron Sheik, in a car while with the WWF, do you feel Bill Watts was right with separating the faces from the heels off camera?
Yeah, I think Bill was instrumental in a lot of guys' career. I think maybe 80% of the WWE Hall of Fame guys came through Mid-South because you'd wrestle probably 9 times a week. You do individual interviews for every city. If you didn't do it right, you do it over. He was a taskmaster and another bully. We're talking about bullies. Watts was a bully. But I learned a lot there, and he was instrumental in my career. And on the kayfabe deal, yeah, I think Watts was definitely right on it. I was definitely wrong on it. It was a huge mistake, but I was over 21. I got to take responsibility for it. But, I was lucky to survive it professionally. It would have killed a lot of guys' careers because that was right after WrestleMania 3, where I was in front of 90,000 people. A couple of weeks later, the Sheik asked me for a ride, and we get pulled over. I had a little pot with me, and I was drinking while driving, because they pulled me over. I'm like, well, what's the problem, officer? He goes, you're drinking a beer. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, it's illegal in New Jersey. I'm like, oh, I live in Louisiana. It's legal down there. Of course, then they searched the car. I had some pot on me. The Sheik had 3 grams of cocaine, and the story, of course, got blown way out of proportion. But remember to this day, my first call was to my dad. God bless him. He was still chief of police, so he asked me about the cocaine. I said, no, sir, I didn't get arrested for cocaine. I got arrested for marijuana. So he kicked my butt for a minute. But then my family rallied around me because they realized what a huge blow to my career it was. My second call was to Vince McMahon. And I tell folks, I'll remember the day I die. I got right through Vince. And I said, he goes, Jim? I said, yes, sir, Vince. He goes, Jim, what have you done to us? And I said, Vince, I'm embarrassed and ashamed. He said, turn in your tickets and go home. Boom. He slammed the phone down because we used to have a big stack of airplane tickets. So, I went from in front of 90,000 people to being fired. Boom. And I went home, and I wasn't married yet. My girl, Deborah, who stuck with me when I went off the deep end for a little while, finally decided I had to go back to work. I called Dusty down at WCW and set up a meeting to fly to Atlanta. But Vince called me back and said, hey, we're going to bring you back. Don't do nothing drastic. Just lay low for a little while. And they brought me back, but they never put the big gas on me. They kept me strong. They kept me okay, but they never put the big gas on me. I joke, I was never world champion. I was never tag team champion. I was never intercontinental champion. I was lucky to win a match, brother. Oh, but that's the deal, because I could get beat, because I don't care if I win the match, long as I win the fight, tough guy. So I could put Flair over 1, 2, 3 in the middle and get up and get my 2x4, hit him, hit the referee, chase the timekeeper, and keep my steam up. So I didn't really need a belt, but I never got the big push after that bust with the Sheik, brother.
Oh, yeah!